So in today's video, it's a follow-up on the 60-gallon tank. It's been about a week now since I set the tank up. It's gone through a cycling process. I've already gone to two separate local fish stores and got a water test, and they said it's perfect conditions to start adding in fish. Everything is zeroed out, so that's perfect. I've gone to PetSmart, I've gone to Big Al's, and I've also gone to another store called Pet Value. Actually, it's 3 stores. So I've gone to 3 stores, done water tests, and they're all saying perfect water conditions. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be adding in a couple of things in here. Some decorations, some rocks, as well as some driftwood that I have. So I'll be adding that in today, and I'll be shooting another video probably later this afternoon and showing you what that looks like as well. In one of my videos I had showed you the intake on the Eheim 2213. It just has the mesh guard on it, and it was sucking up quite a bit of debris, plant debris in there. So what I've done is I've taken some fish floss, or let's see what they call it. It's called filter floss. Sorry, filter floss, which is this stuff here. You can buy this in bulk, and this is exactly what I've done. And I've purchased that from Big Al's, and the price for that was 15 bucks. So this is a pretty big roll. Let's see if it tells me here. Yeah, it's 20 square feet of the filter floss. It works out pretty good because I use it in the Eheim filter. The filter is again the 2213. You can use the same thing on the 2215 and the 2217. I believe any of the canister filters, really. So that's the filter floss. In that canister, while we're talking about that, I also have I've replaced the carbon pads with basic carbon pellets, and I've kept the pad and use that so that the pellets just don't fall into the rest of the filter media that's underneath it. So I've used that as a bed so the pellets can sit on top of. I've also then taken a bit of the filter floss and just made it a bit thinner. So you'll see here, this is an example. I've made it a bit thinner and just put it on top so that the little bits of carbon won't be just kind of moving around in the filter itself. Now you'll see that I did make this one a bit thinner, and it is a rectangle patch type of thing. What I've done is, to prevent the debris from going into the intake on the Eheim, what I've done is I've taken this, basically just wrapped it up. Wrapped it up this way. So basically put the filter in here and taken a rubber band and just kind of closed it up so that no kind of debris can get in there. You'll see here that it is quite dirty, and the reason why it's dirty is because I've added into this tank 2 things from the last one of the first videos that I've done, which is the gravel, as well as some Fuval stratum. So that's for the plants to grow in. So both of those things, even after I washed them out, they were quite dirty and did cause a bit of debris in there. So that's exactly what the filter floss has captured in the media there. So the tank is not dirty; it's just the debris from the gravel and the other substrate there. So that's exactly what you're seeing there. Completely ignore that. It's not that the tank is extremely dirty. What else have I got here? I've got some, I don't remember the name for this, but obviously it is a type of grass. I went out and I purchased that. Some really good, amazing roots on that, and I've put that in there. I've also got some bits of moss ball that I had in one of my other aquariums that wasn't doing so well. I believe it was because of the lighting. It was just the cheap lighting that came with the fish tank. So I think that they'll do better in this. I also have the proper plant substrate in here, so hopefully that will those will recover as well. I've got some what do you call that? The water lilies? I think they're called water lilies. Basically, they're pond plants that I've gotten from somebody on Craigslist, and they were just cleaning up their pond, getting it ready for the winter. So I've grabbed a couple of those and I've put it up there. I'm not sure if you can see that from the angle. Actually, I'm pretty sure you can see a better shot than I can right now. You'll see that's on the back and on the sides. I see that some of them are not doing so great, but other ones towards the back are doing wonderful. So I'm not too sure how they're going to do, but we'll see. We'll check it out. So we'll see about that. Aside from that, this is just a quick preview of the tank before I put in the driftwood as well as the 5 rocks that I have. I know on the first video that I shot, I got a reply back a couple of days ago saying, to start the cycle, you need a filter. Yes, to start the cycle, you not only need a filter, you need a heater, and you need a airline tube in there, or air bubbles, to produce oxygen. As well as, it's a good idea to have gravel in there so it speeds up the cycle process. The good bacteria is going to grow on that stuff, but it's not necessary. What I did to kind of kickstart, not kickstart, but to start that tank, because 60 gallons of water, or 60-gallon tank, does take a while to fill up. So what I did one evening was just basically throw all the water in there and put in some gravel that I had from another tank, just like basically a fishnet type size, one of the large fish nets, and just let that bacteria start accumulating in there. After that, the next day, what I did was I set up the filter, started that up. I then put a heater in there and the air bubbler as well. So it wasn't like I wasn't going to do it. It was that filling up this tank took so long that I didn't have any time that evening to set that up. So the water was sitting there for about 24 hours before I added in the other items, and that's a pretty good thing, because the water that I have in here is untreated. This is regular municipal water that has been untreated, so I haven't used any type of water conditioner or anything like that. And the reason for that is because if you leave your municipal water, if you leave it out and let it air out for 24 hours, there is no need to use water conditioner. So that's exactly what I've done, and because I'm cycling the tank anyway, I'm going to leave it there for more than 24 hours, so it just makes sense not to use any conditioner on that. The less chemicals you use, the better, in my opinion. So the only thing that I did use on this that is a chemical is Prime. If you've ever used it, it does a wonderful job. You can use this both in fresh water and salt water, and it does remove a lot of the same things that water conditioner does. So this not only helps that, but it also gives a coating on the fish. Once they go in there, it helps them. So if you do have any fish that need that need to go into a fish tank, like a hospital fish tank, definitely you want to use some Prime as well. So that's the end of this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my my piece of glass that I have on the top here, my lighting, take that all down and get my hands dirty in there and start moving around some stuff, putting in the driftwood and putting in the rocks. So stay tuned. Hope you come back. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Any comments you have, please do leave them. Thanks again.